Billionaires are not happy having $1 billion. Why does Elon Musk dress like he just got out of a Hot Topic? Just...
The left wanted to make comedy illegal, you know? Yeah. Like, you can't make fun of anything. So then it was like, comedy sucks. It's like, nothing's funny. You can't make fun of anything. It's like, legalize comedy.
I am so sick of that guy trying to rewrite his origin story like he was Matthew McConaughey pulling into the high school. It's like you were a nerd, nobody banged you, and now you have hair plugs in your laminated face.
If there's one thing that MAGA hates more than facts or being called fascist, it's being laughed at.
So headlines from the meeting. 1, America's doing bad guy now. 2, Marco, get your budget under control. And 3, Elon, stay in your lane, you're not the boss.
But I paid you $300 million.
And that's why you're the boss.
Saturday Night Live has not been culturally relevant in 20 years. Saturday Night Live has not produced a meaningful talent since the 1990s. Saturday Night Live has been a place where comedy goes to die.
The self-proclaimed toughest movement in American politics falls apart the moment that anyone mocks Donald Trump or Elon Musk, whether it's SNL, late-night hosts, comedians, or a random Twitter account, proving yet again that they can dish it out, but they can't take it. And no one proves that better than comedian Bill Burr, who recently torched Elon Musk in a way that only he can.
How about the fact that the Twitter guy he's not even from here. He's from South Africa. He comes to this country and wants to turn it into a fucking dictatorship. He doesn't feel that we deserve democracy. Can you just imagine doing that? Going to another country and just deciding, yeah, you know what? I'm going to change this form of government because I've decided. Yeah, he doesn't mind living under a dictatorship as long as he's on the good side of it. Fucking laminated face. Because that's another thing. All of these people that are into fucking Hitler, you know what I mean? And like, look at this guy like he was some sort of fucking hero. The guy's one of the biggest fucking cowards ever. All the pain and all the suffering that guy's caused, and the war crimes the Allies had to commit, firebombing fucking cities to get that motherfucker. When it came time for him to pay the price for all the suffering he caused millions and millions and millions of people. Did he face the music? No, he gave himself a nice, quick, painless fucking death.
From Charlie Chaplin to Bill Burr to SNL, political satirists and comedians mocking fascists and dictators is essential because humor exposes their absurdity, chips away at their manufactured power, and reminds people that fear and control crumble under ridicule. Just look at how effective the anti-Elon Musk protests targeting Tesla have been.
We're starting to see an upsurge in protests targeting Tesla dealerships at Tesla charging stations in the bitter cold up in Waterville, Maine. At a Tesla dealership showroom thing in Manhattan. Elon Musk is not my president. This is a coup. Take away the keys from Elon. Don't buy swastikars. This one in Ohio, in Columbus.
O-H-I-O! Elon Musk has got to go!
You could see the signs in Columbus as people turned out to protest against Elon Musk and his role in the Trump administration. Delete Musk. This one, just the word Elon with a big F in front of it. Elon Musk's personal wealth has dropped $42 billion this month as shares of Tesla have started to fall off a cliff.
People are hitting Trump where it really hurts, Elon's wallet. Then there's SNL, which hasn't just been roasting the chaos inside Trump's cabinet, they've set it on fire, cooked it well done, and served it with a side of, what the f*** is happening?
President Trump addressed a joint session of Congress and claimed that no president has changed government faster than him. Yeah, and nobody changed airport security faster than bin Laden.
And right on cue, Stephen Miller, aka Nazi Nosferatu, completely lost it over that joke because if there's one thing these guys can't stand, it's a punchline at their expense.
The only good thing that has happened on Saturday Night Live in the last couple of decades were the times that President Trump hosted Saturday Night Live.
Oh, of course. How could we forget Trump's own comedic brilliance when he hosted SNL back in 2004?
So please, join me at Donald Trump's House of Wings.
Trump, you know our wings will make you happy. Trumpy, you know our wings will fill you up. Trump, if you want a place with awesome chicken wings, yeah, Donald Trump, House of Wings.
Now, somehow that sketch has been scrubbed from both Hulu and the DVD release. It's almost like a certain someone doesn't want you to watch it. Too bad Trump can't use his connection to the chicken industry to lower the price of eggs. You know, just like he said he would do on day one.
So when I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one.
The Trump White House does seem to be worried about the prices here, right?
Yeah, they absolutely do seem to be worried. And I'll give you a reason why that they're worried. You know, we look at the polling data. Trump's push to drop the prices of daily goods. I mean, the key number here is 62%. 62% of Americans believe that Trump has not gone far enough to drop the prices of daily goods. And when you're dealing with 80% of people eating eggs at least once a week, I think that is a real part of this sort of phenomenon of the fact that Donald Trump was put in the White House to lower prices, and simply put, when it comes to the thing that Americans deal with most on a daily basis, he has not done so, Omar. This, I think, is a very troubling number for the White House.
Awkward. Anyway, back to Miller whining about SNL.
We would all love to go back to the Saturday Night Live that we grew up with. But unfortunately, because it's gone woke, because it's gone left, because it's gone politically correct, Saturday Night Live is now the antithesis of comedy. And unless and until they decide to be fearless and bold and brave and actually mock and challenge the radical left and the church of woke, they're not ever going to be funny again.
Have you ever heard a MAGA comedian tell a joke?
I still have my in-laws. My in-laws are like, we gotta get our flu shot, then a booster, then another booster. What are you, one of those conspiracy theorists? What are you, a cult member?
Wow, that is top tier comedy right there. Their sets are usually just rants about the COVID vaccine or their ultimate trigger, pronouns.
My pronouns are kiss my.
Also, the guy before who was freaking out about COVID vaccines during his set was Jim Brewer, best known for playing Goat Boy on SNL, which ironically is funnier than anything he's doing now. Currently, SNL is one of the only places on national television where the Trump administration is getting the kind of vitriol they actually deserve, and judging by the way MAGA reacts every time, they know it too.
Marco, thank you so much for coming. I know you're under a lot of stress, but I can't have you fighting with Elon, okay? I need you to be my good little Marco.
Mr. Trump, if you think I'm gonna stand here and let you call me that, you're right.
And that's because Marco Rubio has no spine.
Good boy. We love to say Marco Rubio, but unfortunately I just made English the official language, so now your name is Mark Ruby.
What's insane is that this isn't just SNL exaggerating for comedy. Trump actually signed an executive order making English the official language of the United States. In other words, the current executive order removes the requirement for such bodies to provide documents and services in other language to those who require them. Nothing says melting pot like forcing everyone to speak the same language. And I'm honestly surprised they haven't tried to rename it American, or better yet, Freedom Speak. I mean, we've got Trump showing off his poster board with Gulf of America like a grade schooler at a history fair.
What I don't accept is Elon having total access to our government. Planes are crashing and he keeps trying to fire air traffic controllers.
Well, Elon knows a lot about air travel, okay? He runs SpaceX, which is doing incredible things in terms of explosions and with regard to rocket debris.
Ah, yes, who better to oversee the FAA than the guy whose biggest achievement in air travel is scattering SpaceX rocket debris over the Caribbean?
Elon Musk's SpaceX Starship exploded just minutes into its mission, which is how he ended up with all those kids.
Boom. Roasted.
Well, just because Elon is a successful businessman doesn't mean he should run the country.
Yeah, you're right. We tried that in 2016 and it didn't work. Trump 45, not a great president. But now we've got Trump 47. I'm older, wiser, and frankly, older.
Remember when everyone attacked Biden for his age? Weird how that suddenly is not an issue anymore now that the orange dictator has taken office. Donald Trump is so cognitively gone that he thought the government spent $8 million making mice transgender.
I'm sorry, what did you say? $8 million for making mice transgender. This is real.
But Elon's been doing a good job with Doge, and he gave me some great stuff to talk about at State of the Union. You know, they're spending $8 million on making mice transgender. Can you believe that? Probably not, because it's not true, but I said it and it got a big laugh, and that is addictive.
Look, I don't know if something got lost in translation with Trump, but he certainly doesn't know what the f he's talking about. Here's the thing. Trump is actually getting confused with experiments studying the effects of gender-affirming hormones on asthma and their potential link to breast cancer. His administration saw the word trans in the title and thought it was the same thing. And it's not the first time. In their frenzied anti-DEI purge, the Pentagon mass deleted anything with gay in the name, accidentally erasing files about Enola Gay, as in the B-29 bomber that dropped the first atomic bomb on Hiroshima. If you work in front of a desk like I do, I often find myself discouraged that I spent another day sitting for long periods of time. I seriously thought this would be a lasting problem until I found Uplift Desk. Uplift Desk is at the forefront of ergonomic solutions, promoting better posture and health through adjustable standing desks designed to help you live a healthier lifestyle. Plus, they have all kinds of accessories to keep you moving throughout the day, even if you work for only a few hours at your desk. I love the Bamboo Motion X-Board. It gets me on my feet and helps boost my energy while improving circulation. Standing while I work gives me the room to move and helps me get the creative juices flowing. Moving throughout the day helps me focus and stay productive. I'm way more alert when I'm using my standing desk, and I have more energy. A 45-degree bend in your neck can result in up to 50 pounds of gravitational force being placed on your neck muscles. The option to move while I work promotes better circulation, which can reduce all types of different health risks and repetitive strains. I love how much customization you can do with the Uplift Desk. With over 200,000 configurations available, you can design your workspace to perfectly match your style and needs, creating an environment that fuels both productivity and creativity. Make this year yours by going to upliftdesk.com/Gabe and use our code Gabe to get 4 free accessories, free day shipping, free returns, and an industry-leading 15-year warranty that covers your entire desk and an extra discount off your entire order. That's upliftdesk.com/Gabe for a special offer, and it's only available at our link. Start 2025 right. Stand, move, thrive with Uplift Desk. This administration would be hilarious if it weren't so violently stupid. These people aren't just incompetent, they're actively making this country dumber.
I love the poorly educated.
You're doing a great job too, Marco, okay? You're doing great. You're the goat. You're the scapegoat, but it's still a type of goat.
And we have Marco Rubio in charge. Good luck, Marco. Now, we know who to blame if anything goes wrong.
Rubio is absolutely the fall guy. I mean, everyone is when they work for Trump.
While Elon's been causing chaos, I've been working behind the scenes, and I am very close to a deal with the Panamanian government to retake the Panama Canal.
I don't want it anymore, you know? Seems like a hassle.
Trump has the attention span of a 78-year-old narcissist with an Adderall addiction and potentially neurosyphilis-induced brain damage. Oh, wait.
Elon? Hi, it's me, tech support. Oh, just kidding.
Is it just me, or does Elon look like a kid on a sugar rush? Except, instead of bouncing off the walls, he's bouncing billion-dollar government contracts into his own pocket.
Elon, I want to thank you for at least wearing a suit this time. Doesn't look great, right? Billionaire, but he shops at Joseph A. Bank. It's giving groomsman. Good one, Donald, good one. Glitch. Buffering.
Look, I'm not saying SNL took my joke, but it is very similar to the one that I made about Elon a few episodes ago.
They're saying I'm firing people with no cause. But I do have cause. It's cause I feel like it. Come on! Glitch!
Anytime I see Elon's weird, glazed-over look, all I hear is the Windows shutdown sound effect. Great minds think alike, I guess.
I'm back. Never gonna get used to that. Now, look, I can't have you two at each other's throats, okay? After all, I have a perfect record. Everyone who's ever worked for me has left on good terms and then gone on to write a book called The Man Who Ruined Everything.
Remember when only 4 people out of dozens from Trump's first cabinet said that he should be reelected? I mean, who would say yes after he literally sent his cult to try and hang his last VP? And J.D. Vance never thought to ask why the position was suddenly available? Bad call for a guy who once called Trump America's Hitler. But I'll let this clip of Donald Trump getting called out on Fox News speak for itself.
In 2016, you said that. I'm going to surround myself with only the best and most serious people. Well, I did do that, and
This
we had
time-
tremendous. Look, we had the best economy we've ever had. The
This
world
time-
has ever seen.
Your Vice President, Mike Pence, is running against you.
Yeah.
Your Ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, she's running against you. Your former Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, said he's not supporting you. You mentioned National Security Advisor John Bolton. He's not supporting you either. You mentioned Attorney General Bill Burr, says you shouldn't be president again, calls you the consummate narcissist and troubled man. You recently called and Burr a gutless pig. Your second defense secretary is not supporting you, called you irresponsible. This week, you and your White House called your White House Chief of Staff, John Kelly, weak and ineffective and born with a very small brain. You called your acting White House Chief of Staff, Mick Mulvaney, a born loser. You called your first Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, dumb as a rock, and your first Defense Secretary, James Mattis, the world's most overrated general. You called your White House Press Secretary, Kayleigh Canadian, milquetoast, and multiple times you've referred to your Transportation Secretary, Elaine Chao, as Mitch McConnell's China-loving wife. So, why did you hire all of them in the first place?
Because I hired 10 to 1 that were fantastic.
What?
If you're gonna insult each other, at least make them good, okay? Something like, Elon, how do you have 20 kids, but I've never seen you with a chick? Just dudes named Donkey Dong and Boner King, you know, stuff like that. And, here, watch this. Marco, short and gay, classic.
That dig at Elon might be the funniest joke out of this whole sketch, because according to reports, Elon Musk has only had children through IVF or surrogacy, which means he's technically a 53-year-old virgin.
Marco. Polo. No, Elon, I'm trying to talk to Marco.
Polo. What is that? What's this? What's this? He keeps doing this. What's this?
Nobody knows, okay? It's his little dance. We let him do it, all right? It's his least unsettling trick.
I can't believe this is the guy you've given access to the entire government. He's not an elected official.
I know you are, but what am I?
Again, that little dance that Elon does is so weird and cringe. It's almost as weird as that gymnastics routine he does. Now, I'd say that's why millions of Americans can't stand Elon Musk, but then again, there's the whole dismantling the government, firing federal workers, and cutting their benefits. Oh, and casually throwing up a couple of salutes that look a little too Third Reichy. It also doesn't help that he's retweeting posts claiming that Hitler, Stalin, and Mao were not mass murderers. Ooh, yikes. That might explain why people keep protesting Tesla, tagging swastikas on Cybertrucks, and calling Elon a Nazi. If the salute fits, I guess.
Phase 1 of my plan is complete. Ingratiate yourself to the president and take over the media. But was taking this job a bad idea? A lot of people seem to really hate me. My Tesla stock is crashing and my personal net worth just dropped by $100 billion.
$100 billion.
That idiot Elon Musk.
Oh.
That guy, like, he's gonna, like, who evidently is a Nazi. Like, I just refuse to believe that it was an accidental 2-time Sieg Heil. And he does it at a presidential inauguration. This is why I hate liberals. It's like liberals have no teeth whatsoever. They just go, oh my God, can you believe I'm getting out of the country? I'm just like, you're going to leave the country because of one guy with dyed hair plugs and a laminated face who makes a bad car and has an obsolete social media platform? You're going to leave this? Why doesn't he leave? Why isn't he stopped? What are we so afraid of this guy who can't fight his way out of a wet paper bag?
Want more What Was That? Head over to Substack for more episodes, articles, and breakdowns. Sign up today at whatwasthat.show to support independent journalism and help keep the show going. Prefer to listen while you're on the go? You can find What Was That on all your favorite podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, you name it. Until next time, I'm Gabe Sanchez, and this has been What Was That?